It's a dream come true for 5 singing teachers. They've just signed a recording contract with a major record label and it's worth more than £1 million.
They're now called the Gala Ensemble, and their first album is a tribute to the work of the Victorian composers Gilbert and Sullivan. The ensemble are all here, 5 of them. We'll talk to them in a second. First, let's have a look at some of the songs from the new album.
I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem I'm teeming with a lot of news. Lot of news. Aha! With many triple facts about the square, the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square, the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square, the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square, the hypotenuse. When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle of the big front door. I polished up that handle so carefully, thus now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Polished up that handle so carefully, thus now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Read me to all unwary, come from a ladies' seminary, 3 from a genius, 2 to Larry. 3 little maids from school, 3 little maids from the school.
Fantastic. We have the sopranos here. Let's introduce them. Sally Johnson, Eleanor Moran, mezzo-soprano, Hannah Pedley, baritone. On the other side, Jonathan Prentice and tenor Richard Sid. Do you know what? I think, Richard Sidway, I think I got every single one of you wrong there.
No, you
Sally, Eleanor, Hannah, yes, Jonathan, Richard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. That's all we've got time for. So Gilbert and Sullivan, it sort of comes and goes. I mean, it's very, very British, first of all, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And yet it sort of dips and it's coming back now. Is it, having been away for a while, would you say? Or
I think it's always there. There's lots of amateur dramatic companies that perform Gilbert and Sullivan all throughout the English world. However, it's becoming a bit more fashionable now. We've had Alistair McGowan and Joe Brand both taking leading roles in the West End.
Richard, I want to know how everybody got together. I mean, how did you all meet and come up with this?
Down to our music director, Marcus Marriott. He knew most of us and put us all together and said, I know the greatest people who can do Gilbert and Sullivan, and they'll do a great job. They're great actors, great singers, and he literally was the linchpin that brought us all together, wasn't he?
And what is the appeal of Gilbert and Sullivan?
It's colourful, it's vibrant, it's funny. The words are incredibly amusing, and even though they were written over 100 years ago, I think they still have resonance today. It sounds great. I think the music is fun, and it's just such great fun to perform. And I think when you see performers having fun on stage, then you enjoy it more yourself.
Yeah.
It's true. Jonathan, you did Gilbert and Sullivan at what age?
First, when I was 11 years old.
11?
My first stage performance was doing Poor Wandering One, with a show by Bello.
Oh, right.
That's right, Pirates Penzance, and I had to pretend my voice to break at the time, so it was very embarrassing.
Yeah. So have you been itching to get back into it since then?
Well, fortunately, you kind of come in and out of various different styles, and we all do a variety of styles, from cabaret to brand opera, and including Gilbert and Sullivan at some point. Now, I've directed Gilbert and Sullivan's show as well, so it's been...
Sally, it's quite something to get a big fat recording contract for doing GNS, isn't it?
Yes, it's been a whirlwind, and really I think it's only just started to come real now that the release of the album on the 24th of November, this is actually happening. And you know,
so are you always going to stick doing Gilbert and Sullivan, or are you going to move on then to other composers?
There's more Gilbert and Sullivan to do.
Lots.
It's a highlight CD we've made, but there are more highlights to come, and beyond that, who knows.
Did you all find that you slotted into your various characters relatively well?
Oh, absolutely.
You all knew who you wanted to be, did you?
Very easy for me. I'm the leading man role. So
You're the leading man. So you always do the leading man, do you? That's
right.
fun.
I get to dress up in these fantastic outfits. So,
Modern Major General. But the great challenge of doing Gilbert and Sullivan, of course, is that the words are so important that you've got to make sure that you get them all out.
Absolutely.
Right. It's not like as if you're singing in Italian, nobody's really understanding it anyway. You know, you have to catch. You've got to catch every last nuance, really, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah,
that was a challenge, wasn't it? Really. You know, when we were recording, especially, just going back and make sure every single word was clear. And you listen back and think, oh no, I've missed one.
Did you have to do quite a few takes then?
Oh, yes. We had a long, arduous week and a half in a studio, yeah.
Thank you for being honest about that. Were there times then when you just sort of fell over your words? I can imagine there's so much to get out, and as Bill says, every single word has to be pristine.
Yes.
Tripping over your words, giggling,
Yes.
It sounds like presenting breakfast, to be honest.
We do that 3 hours a day.
There we are. Of course, Gilbert and Sullivan were brought back to prominence a couple of years ago by that great film, Topsy Turvy.
Yeah.
Was it Mike Leigh film? Do you remember?
Mike Leigh.
It was fantastic. And that would have turned a lot of people back onto it as well.
That's right. Sadly, it didn't quite get the audiences it deserved.
No.
And since the major record labels haven't really taken on Gilbert and Sullivan until now. It's only last year. Suddenly found there was a demand in the market, and that's when they came to our
Which
market.
hopefully you'll
fulfilling.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Are you going to be sort of performing as well as that? You know, we've got CD, and can we see you in
next
action?
year there's going to be a tour in the spring.
Next year.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. So Richard, Jonathan, Hannah, Eleanor and Sally. Yes?
That's right.
in the right order.
In the right order.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck with it.